Welcome. Welcome to the need for generosity. The paradox is the more we give, the more we receive. Not a new idea, right? So many religious traditions, New Age traditions, maybe them not so much. um, uh, Boy, the mind can go off there. Let's bring it back to generosity in the present moment, in this breath. The generosity of the air for giving us oxygen, the generosity of the earth for giving us support and continuing to support us with, even with our lack of mindfulness as to how we treat the earth, how we step on the earth, or tear it up in ways that are not contributing to the growth of anything. So, letting go or just noticing when we're not generous, when we're self-centered, when we're like, it's all about me and no one else matters. It's all about me and everyone else matters. And when I open my heart and when I give that smile and it lands, how good it feels. And to not be discouraged with like, when it doesn't land, to keep on living with a generous heart, knowing that that's where true abundance lies, and giving it all away and opening up to there's enough. There's enough open-heartedness that I can live that way. How does it feel to be generous in your body with what we have? Having something is such an illusion, right? When you look at other cultures that they really don't have a belief in ownership. Um, we can let our hearts open to sharing our resources mindfully, and being open to what happens in our bodies, what happens in our hearts when we're generous, when we can share our love, share our stuff, our material resources. Pause and think of a time then you were able to share and it really landed in a way that you could um, that you could feel into that. Another way of being generous is stealth generosity. I like doing that as well. Um, Maybe you can practice stealth generosity and see how that feels. Sharing something with somebody and not like waiting or expecting a thank you. Just having the pleasure of giving without any expectation. It's a little tough one there because a lot of times we don't realize we would like a thank you until after we don't get it. Not sure if you ever had that experience, but it's like, oh, that's such a good reminder. apparently I really wanted an expression of gratitude there. I really wanted a connection there. I teared up yesterday when somebody acknowledged something I did for them that I sort of tried to do surreptitiously, and they were like, "Who are you?" They sort of found out. And it's like, oh, wow, okay. I can do acts of kindness and generosity, and sometimes it's surprising when the people want to express gratitude. So stay with that generosity. How does generosity feel? How does it feel to walk through your day dwelling in generosity without it being forced, without it being performative? Performative generosity is not attractive. And when we judge other people for that, who is that about? What is that about? It's back to that pain, right? It's like, oh, ouch, there's a judgment. I mean, we judge all the time, and we ascertain what's going to nurture our life and what's not. I mean, all the day, that's all every day, all throughout the day. That's not necessarily an indication of we're in pain. But to look at that, it's not for me to judge whether somebody else is being generous because they want to be seen as generous. I certainly know that as a human quality myself. I can certainly bring tenderness for myself when I judge other people as performative and only look at really what's going on in me when I want to be seen as generous. I want to be seen as open-hearted. Of course, we all do, I'm guessing. So let other people be generous too. That's the other side of it. That like when people want to give something to us, allow them to do that. It's not easy when you're suspicious of their motives and they might want something back. It's not easy when we think we don't deserve it or they shouldn't, whatever that means. Oh, you shouldn't have. Thank you. It's just what I always wanted. So let people be generous. Don't always have that knee jerk, like, okay, now what can I give them back so we're even? It's like, can we be generous and like enjoy being given to, knowing that they receive from that, are being able to receive that gift. I love that paradox. I love that. I want to explore that more, that paradox of just how incredible it feels. And not forcing it, just noticing, just being open to it, just bring our awareness to it. What would the world be like if everybody were more aware of generosity today? You don't have to immediately go to people that trigger you, but I would understand if you did. Oh, God, I'm rolling my eyes. Oh, of course. Of course, when we judge other people as self-centered and not generous. Of course, we have beautiful needs. We can learn when that happens. We can learn to interrupt harm skillfully. Boy, that's a tough one. So whole teachings on how to do that. And being open to it. Looking at when we're triggered at non-generosity of like, and how can I bring more of it into the world? Including in this moment. Hoping that you benefit from probably over 500 free videos. Notice how I benefit from offering all of this. And may all beings benefit. Thank you so much.